Why we're fat and hungry is the topic of today's Rambling Life Coach radio show. I'm your host, Armand Dupuis, and in this show, we're going to talk about what's being hidden from you, about why we're fat and hungry, and I'm also going to reveal the 3 foundations of obesity. This is the cause that most people aren't talking about. And yes, I did discover the magic bullet to easy, permanent weight loss. It's been hidden, and it's been well hidden, but I'm going to show you how to find it. Now, I discovered the main solution to why we're fat and hungry in 1981. And I actually perfected my no dieting permanent weight loss system way back in 1996. Now, since that time, I have helped hundreds of people to easily achieve and maintain their ideal weight. Now, before I get into it, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to turn on your notifications, because chances are that this subject is going to be a series and not just this one show. And what subjects I cover on weight control and losing weight will depend on your comments and questions. As always, remember to share. Okay, let's get to the topic of today's show. Why we're fat and hungry. And what I'm getting at here is, what is the cause? Forget the symptoms. We're fat and hungry. Those are symptoms. What's the cause? So, put on your thinking cap and let's get started. Now, I'm talking to you, person to person, heart to heart. And if you've been struggling with your weight, then here is the first thing that you have to realize. Think about this now. Focus. If everything you think you know about weight control has not worked for you in achieving permanent weight loss, then it's just common sense that the only thing which will work for you is something that you presently know nothing about. If everything you know ain't working, only thing that could work is something you don't know about yet. Think about it. And that's why it's important that you really focus on this show, because I'm going to reveal some simple secrets to you about weight loss. Why we're fat and hungry. Now, these two things go together, but maybe not in the same way that you've been thinking about. Now listen carefully. You're fat because you're hungry. And I'm not playing with words here. The human body is designed for survival and success. However, everyone knows that in order to repair and rebuild itself, it needs the raw materials to work with. I mean, how can you build a house with no wood, no concrete, no nails, no windows, etc., etc.? Anyway, you get the picture. Everyone knows that the food we eat in North America, for example, for the most part, is seriously lacking in nutrition, but you probably don't realize 2 things. Number 1, how serious that problem really is, and number 2, how easy it is to correct. You see, when we talk about nutrition, for example, now nutrition is not a 4-letter word, but when we talk about nutrition, there's basically 2 types. There's what we call the macronutrient and the micronutrients. Everyone knows the macros pretty much. I mean, the carbs, your proteins, your fats. I mean, that's the basic that everyone knows a little bit about. However, when it comes to the micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, and a whole bunch of other things, most people don't know very much. And as a result, the typical American diet is severely deficient in micronutrients, which are essential for your survival. Let me put it another way. Assuming that you're buying the best food that money can buy in your local area, and I'm talking even before the pandemic here, before food shortages, and let's say that you also take a multivitamin and mineral formula, any one of the top, say, 20 or 30 advertised brands. Guess what? You are still lacking over 50% of the micronutrients which your body needs to be healthy, and most of these supplements on the market are mostly crap anyway, so they won't help you. But that's a whole different story for another time. So let's get back to why we're fat and hungry. Like I said earlier, you're fat because you're hungry, and you're hungry because your body is screaming at you to give me some nutrients. It makes you hungry, so you eat some more. And when the body discovers that there's no nutrients in that food, it makes you hungry again, and you eat again. No nutrition, and it makes you hungry again and again and again. As a result, you are becoming fatter and fatter all the time, but you're still hungry. Common sense here. Now, we could say that, and it's very accurate, that malnutrition is the first foundation of obesity. On top of that, probably over 95%, in my experience, probably over 95% of all the exercises which people do to burn off the fat burn almost exclusively sugar. And you wonder why it's hard to burn off the fat? Here's the problem. To do the ultimate fat-burning exercise, you don't need to buy equipment or join a gym. However, in order to do most of the exercises which are claimed to burn fat, you need to buy equipment, join a gym, or buy these energy drinks, etc., etc. A few years ago, I personally did a face-to-face survey with over 24 fitness centers, and what I discovered would blow you away. But that's not for today, because I could do a whole show just on that survey, but I don't know if you'd want to hear it. It's pretty sad, the way that overweight people have been scammed by gyms and fitness centers, like forever, with very little results. Anyway, that's another story. So, the second foundation of obesity is doing sugar-burning exercises, hoping to burn off a few grams of fat. Okay? Now we've got two. Now, the third foundation of obesity is, you ready for it? Dieting. Now, most people are beginning to realize that dieting, any diet, slows down your metabolism and makes your problem worse in the long run. That's why you can struggle to lose 20 pounds and then easily gain back 25. But that's not all. Remember that the first foundation of obesity is malnutrition, and when you go on a diet, you're now getting even less nutrition. How crazy is that? But you see, the weight loss clinics, they know what's going to happen. They know you're going to drop some weight, wreck your metabolism, go back to your normal way of eating, and gain it all back and more. Then you have to go back to the clinic again. They are creating their own repeat customers. But now people are beginning to smarten up a little bit. You see, it doesn't matter if it's a low-calorie diet, a low-carb diet, a low-fat diet, a high-protein diet, the grapefruit diet, the Mediterranean diet, the noon diet, etc., etc. So, why we're fat and hungry is an easy question to answer. We're fat and hungry because A, we suffer from severe malnutrition. B, we do sugar-burning exercises trying to burn off fat. And C, we're dieting all the time. This is not rocket science. Now, I don't teach my system per se anymore because my life coaching takes in people who want to lose weight, lose it, and people who want to gain weight, gain it, because all the knowledge in my dietless weight loss system actually came from my life coaching, but that's another story. So, so the knowledge is still available to you, okay, and I'm going to be talking about that in some of my shows. So I hope that gives you a better understanding of why we're fat and hungry. Now, if you like the show, let me know by hitting the thumbs up button. Remember to subscribe and ring the bell so that you don't miss any of my shows. Always share, and any subject which you would like me to do a show on, put it in the comments section below, and I'll do my best to oblige. You'll certainly want to listen to my shows on consciousness, because that is critical for survival in this pandemic. And more importantly, the ultimate secret to being slim for life, like I said earlier, is hidden. And it's hidden where people will never find it. You can look everywhere and you can't find it. You search here, you search there, that clinic, that fitness center, that personal trainer. You're looking everywhere. But here's where it's hidden. The ultimate secret to being permanently slim without effort is hidden between your ears. You just need to learn how to use it. In other words, the secret is to take charge of your mind and your life and invest some time to evolve your being, and that's easy when you know how. So, click on the card above to listen to the next show, which I recommend, or click on the card below to listen to one which YouTube selects for you. Thank you for supporting my channel with your donations to keep this channel independent and commercial free. And you'll find the donation link in the text below, and I'll do my best to help you to have a great life. Armand Dupuis, signing off.